Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Dodgers Cards. It's been a busy week to 10 days, and I haven't really done much YouTube. I do plan on catching up on some videos this weekend, and apologies if I took a while to respond to your comment or haven't looked at any videos lately. But, life happens, and I plan on catching up. I'm doing this video with an update of some recent pickups and some updates on some things that I've been involved in. First, I want to give a shout out to Mike's Mr. October and More. This is also going to serve as a long delayed VR. I know his contest is passed, but I wanted to make sure I give him a shout out for his 200 subscriber milestone. I think he's at like 245 now, which is great because he's got a great channel. And he asked people to share people who are two players, one of whom is a former player and one's a current player that are not in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to share a former player. I'm going to share Curt Flood. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And this is a recent pickup. This is my 1963 Topps Curt Flood, and I'll show it when I turn the camera around in more detail. For his impact on the game and his fight for free agency, especially as we were here going into Labor Day, talking about his impact on players and for labor in Major League Baseball. I think he deserves recognition in the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame. And then another, a current player. I don't really collect a lot of modern cards, so I just happen to have a few. And this is somebody who probably will be in the Hall of Fame, but of course as a current player, he's not. And that's Freddie Freeman. And of course, love him for his World Series heroics. So there's Freddie Freeman. Okay, I want to do a couple of updates to prior videos. I had showed a video about a Nolan Ryan 1977 Topps in a CGC 8.5, and I was debating about whether to crack it and send it for crossover or not. I decided not to, and I ended up selling it for for way less than a PSA or SGC 8.5 would get, but I figured that I just sell it rather than take the risk. And I don't know, it was okay. But anyway, that's what I ended up doing. Then the other thing is I'm just about 9 to 10 cards away from completing my 60s Dodgers run after I added a couple more, which I'll show you in a second. I did go to the West Coast Card Show, as you know, which was awesome. But I didn't end up spending a lot of money at the show, although I did make a big purchase at the show in a Facebook group. I'm going to show that card and a few other cards right now, and I'll turn the camera around and show you some of these recent pickups, what I got in that Facebook purchase, and a few other things. So turn the camera around and show you some cards. All right, the first card I'm going to show you is one that came in before the West Coast Card Show that I just never made a video about. And that is this 1921 E121 American Caramel Zach Wheat Series 80. I did not have this card, and I got this on, I think I got this on eBay. So you can see the card, and on the back, it says the set contains pictures of 80 of the leading baseball stars. Now this card is very similar to this card I already had, which is the 1922 E21 American Caramel Series 120. There's a couple of differences. The 120 says OF for outfielder at the bottom, and the 80 says left field. And then of course you can see the backs are different. This one says out of 120 and this one says out of 80. And they're both similar to this, which is the Whitmore Candy, which is interesting because this is labeled 1922. And it shows left field like the 1921 Series 80, and this is also Series 80, but this is labeled 1922. I'm not really sure why. Maybe this is kind of a mislabeling or something of one of these. I don't really know enough about these cards, so I need to do a little more research. But anyway, these are the three Zach Wheats there. And if those of you who've known, the Whitmore Candy is a population 2, one in PSA, that's this one, and there's one in SGC. All right, that's that. Then I talked about the West Coast Card Show and the big purchase that I made while I was there. and it was this card. The 1962 Topps Doug Camilli. Of course, they know Bob Uecker is on there too, which is why it's so expensive. But I got this in a Facebook group. This was, I believe I paid $300 for this, which I think is pretty much in line with comps. It's nicely centered. The corners are a little rounded, but anyway, I needed this card obviously for Doug Camilli. This is one of 4 big rookie cards in the 60s and 70s that are multiplayer cards that have essentially common Dodger players, but have very expensive stars on it, which makes them more valuable. There's this one, there's the Mike Schmidt rookie card, which has Ron Cey on it. There's the Pete Rose that has Ken McMullen on it. And there's the Tom Paciorek, which has Don Baylor and Dusty Baker. So anyway, here is this one. It's the Bob Uecker card. Okay. Then I mentioned the Curt Flood card. I'm working on a Curt Flood run, and I know some others. I know Joe Redneck Collector, and there's a few others I can't remember who are also working on a Curt Flood run. And this is the 1963 Topps. It's a higher number, so it's a little tougher. There is a little thing here, but that is a little scratch on the case, not on the card. I got this on eBay and paid in line with comps. Anyway, I think it's a nice example, and now I just need the 68, 69, and 71 to complete my run. So there's that. Then I got this in a Facebook group. This is a 1964 Topps Don Drysdale, but it's the 1964 Topps Venezuelan Don Drysdale. So I have a big Don Drysdale collection. He's a focus of mine within the Dodgers focus, and so it's nice to get this copy. It's pretty clean. It's got some schmutz on the back, but no paper loss, so you can read the whole card. And here is it with its partner, the regular Topps 1964 Don Drysdale. And then the last one that I picked up is this one, which is the Roy Campanella 1961 Topps MVP. Now, this one is not in the, I've been using the PSA set checklist to check off my Dodger cards. This one's not on it, but of course it is a Dodger card in 1961 Topps, so I wanted to get it. And I've got this just as a buy it now in eBay. It was reasonably priced, right in line with comps, which a lot of the buy it nows aren't. And so I picked it up, and I think it's a nice example. So there you have it. So that is my recent pickups and additions to my Dodgers collection and Curt Flood run. I have one other Dodger that's coming in, and then I also bought a really, really big purchase, which I'm probably just going to resell. In fact, I'm almost certainly going to resell it, but I'll show that in a future video when it arrives. But I got a very nice 1970 Topps set, pretty incredible pickup. And anyway, I'll probably end up keeping some of the Dodgers and then just selling the set. Anyway, that is what I've got, and hope everybody has a good Labor Day weekend, yeah, leave with Curt Flood in the middle in honor of Labor Day. All right, until next time, thanks for watching.